What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see if we can get some stuff going on tonight. How are you guys doing? Hope okay. Hi, Lynn. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Just waiting for it to pick up a little bit. You've been doing okay? I got the spirit balls out, got the candle out, got my black light on, and just kind of waiting for things to pick up a little bit. Got the rim pot on as well. But I do want to talk to you guys about something else before I do it, or before I go into too much detail. All right. So I kind of want to talk about discernment a little bit. And what is discernment? Being able to tell what are demons and what are spirits. A lot of people think that they know when they communicate with spirits, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're not talking with demons." How do you really know that? How do you judge that distinction between from spirit from demon? Okay, a spirit, they will help you with your everyday life struggles. They will come in, they will help you figure things out, and they will leave. They will not mislead you or interpret things that are very deceiving. Demons are complete opposite. They are there to take over. They are there to cause discomfort. They are there to cause major chaos in your life. They are there to open up doors to where you believe them, but then later on, when you go down that road, the doors open up for them to be able to come back into your life. So I'm going to kindly go into that a little bit. And what I'm talking about is like if you're doing good right now, those demons, they will offset themselves to where they're going to be able to come back further in your life when you start feeling upset about things, or when you feel like you're having a little bit of discomfort from whatever situation. It could be, job, anything. I mean, anything that is mentally aware. They are aware of your mental status. They are aware of your health. They are aware of many, many things in your life. They do come in, they do give you rest periods, but they also will attack and attach later on. That is what you guys need to watch out for. Hey, Joe, how are you? Um, spiritual side, they like to The spiritual side is in a connection with a earthbound spirit. They and are very happy to be around. They will guide you. They will show you. It's kind of like a spirit guide, but a little bit different. Um, yeah, they are here to help you through situations. They do not put negative thoughts in your head because they do not want you to do what they possibly did on Earth. What about nonstop bad things? Attacks from the enemy. Okay, so to fix a situation, you have to be aware of the situation. And I'm not talking be like mentally aware. I'm talking about looking at that situation all the way around together and picking the spots that are going to affect you later on and work on them spots now. Because the further you let something go, the worse it's going to get. That's the way they are. That's the way spirit, or that's the way demons work. They don't care if you are okay now, and they ain't going to care if you're okay later. So always be aware of who you truly are. Because if you're soundly aware of who you are, they cannot bother you. They will not bother you because, well, let's just face it, there's no energy for them to attack there. There's no personal gain from them being there. And as I said before, a lot of spirits come, not spirits, I'm talking demons as of right now. But a lot of demons will come in as groups. They will come in as multiple of three, four, five, or more. And they will try to confuse you for every situation that you make. So be very careful about anything you decide, because what happens now will happen in the future. And there's very powerful prayer that I've been doing lately, and it's helped me psychically separate myself with the bad energy. I have been burning the candles and everything, but the stronger that you get, the harder it is. How do I put this in term? The harder it is for you to stay grounded, the harder it is for you to stay strong. Okay. But that's where the mental capacity comes in. Always think of yourself as being better. Yep. And that's exactly what I have. I have a prayer for protection in spiritual warfare. And it is as of this: Heavenly Father, I put my full armor on to God to stand against the schemes of the enemy. I cover myself with the best of truth, or the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of the gospel and peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which in your word I trust in your strength and protection as I navigate the spiritual battles around me. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. That is a very, very spiritual, high spiritual prayer that people need to do on a daily basis. Doesn't matter if you're on a timeline as being a psychic medium or just a regular individual. It's there. It's there for you to know, and it's there for you to preach. And so lately, I noticed like I've been having this uh, creeping up feeling, as I knew something was a little bit off, but it was a little bit off in the wrong direction. Okay. So, and what I'm trying to say about that is when you feel like something is off, follow your gut feeling, because it is going to be off. These spirits, and I'm talking negative spirits, they can act like demons. However, that's where the discernment comes in. In what way better to protect yourself than actually knowing who you are, knowing your faults, knowing your mistakes, knowing that there is a higher power out there. It doesn't have to be a negative power. It can be any power that you want it to be, but be very careful about who you give that power to. Your inner peace, your inner power, your inner light. Be careful about that. You don't want it to be given to the wrong person. Now, I know people often ask about giving your soul to the devil. Yes, you are able to do that. However, they know that it can be taken back. So if you ever thought in your head, you know what, if I had this power, I would do this. Now, you can be like, you know what, I don't wish this any longer. And that entity, that undivine power, and notice I said undivine power, will no longer have that connection with you. That connection will be broken. But do not keep doing it. And people continue to follow their path as, well, I got away with it this time. It's not going to happen again. But then they continue following that same path. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to realize. Just because you say that you're sorry about something does not mean that you're sorry. Okay. Yes, stay rooted in prayer. Stay rooted in your personal beliefs, your personal well being, your personal life, everything, and you will be completely fine. Nothing will be able to take over, they will not be able to control. And that's what they do. They want that control. They will give you a little bit of leeway to make you feel like you're in control, but be consecutive about it, be very stern about it, know your intentions. If a demon senses that you have a ill intent of something, they will act like, oh yeah, I'm your best friend. But then yet later on, like I said, they open up that doors, or that they will open them doors and try to take you later on. Okay, so all that as well. There are protection prayers against that. You can actually say, I reverse any negative ill intent or curses, anything that has done with witchcraft or anything like that, to be reversed. It will go back to sender. Anything you do not give power to will not be able to stick around. Yes. Anything that you do not give power to, that's just like a lot of mediums. They can get rid of their gifts just by not listening to the spirit anymore, not listening to anything else around them. They start listening to themselves. And the best way to cancel all this is just believe in yourself and know in yourself and continue to move forward. Don't be moving backwards. Anytime you move backwards, it's a step back. I mean, why do that? If you're getting the things that you need in life, why step back and know that you're going to end up in failure, that you're not going to have the support, you're not going to have anything. It's very interesting how quiet they are on everything over there tonight. I'm being told they're just not ready. So it's going to be them coming out later on. I was watching a live earlier and I thought it was very funny. There was this guy, and I'm going to talk about this. Um, I'm not going to mention no names or anything like that, but all he does is cold readings. That's all he'll do. He will wait for a person to tell their story and then go back into their story and manipulating their minds to getting information directly from the individual itself instead of actually reading what is being thrown at them. That is a false prophet. Those are false psychics. Those are false mediums. I always try to get the information as it's coming in, revert it to you, but keep you from saying anything else that would throw me off. And I let my spiritual work come in natural. I didn't go out there and I didn't ask for it. I mean, I might have been like, oh, it would be cool to have like a superpower, but who does not think of being better than who they currently are? You know what I mean? It's like you always try to strive and push forward and to learn new things and all that. I mean, my biggest thing that I've learned was is knowledge. It's always there. It's all around us. We just got to open our eyes and actually see it instead of ignoring everything and ignoring the energy that's around us, ignoring people, ignoring, when you ignore things, that causes chaos and problems as well. And I thought it was just so ironic because this person that was giving a reading earlier when I was in the room, it was almost as if he was listening to nothing that he was saying. And the reason I'm saying this is because I was picking up on children that were around him, two about the same age, 5 to 7 years old, and they look at him as like a father figure, but he wasn't talking about that. He wasn't figuring any of that out. He wasn't feeling it. To me, that was a fake medium. That was a fake psychic. It's just fake. It's cold reading, and I don't believe in that. I won't do that. How do you ignore something like children? Makes no sense. And the connection that I was getting from him was very, or from the children, were as if he was their father figure. Okay. Exactly. A true reader will never ask a question. If something is meant to come in to be confirmed and to be talked about, then that's when that connection will be established. Otherwise, I'm not going to go in and be like, oh, well, this is what I heard, this is what I heard, and then let you be talking to me about certain things, and then be like, oh, well, okay, so I'm going to cold read and be like, oh, well, she said this and this and this, but put it in a different term or different context. I'm not doing that at all. So earlier, it's kind of funny because I ended up smelling watermelon, and and this is why I was in the room here earlier. And then I went out to the kitchen, and there was a whole watermelon that has not been cut yet or anything like that, and it's just sitting out there. Now, that's the difference between a psychic. You know things, you can smell things, you can see things, you can feel things. And it was just, it's like if you're not a psychic, I mean, if you are a psychic or a medium or whatever, you still have that feeling as wow. A person that does not have that wow factor to them anymore, even though that they claim to be whatever they are, it's not true. It's not felt. It's not seen. But yeah, remember the spiritual side, the actual spirits themselves will always be there to help you understand, to communicate, to guide, to teach, to love, to express. The demonic side wants to do nothing but take over and lead to oppression. That's what they want. They want you to be isolated. They don't want no control. I mean, they want full control. They don't want you to feel like you have any control. That's what I was trying to say prior. And people's energy also can feel like that. I don't know. Like, I'm being told it just depends on what you're truly asking because I'm being told that there are multiple meanings by that and to ask you for your clarification. Okay, so to me, even just one crow means that you need to listen. They're trying to speak with you, they're letting you know their intent, and listen to the wind. Listen to the things that you don't normally listen to. Like when they flap their wings, what do you hear? Do you hear nothing because you refuse to listen? Or do you hear everything because you are adapted and attuned to listen? They do bring messages. Yep. I remember a long time ago when I first opened up, I used to hear whispers and talking in the wind. I don't hear that anymore because it's all clairvoyant now and clairaudient, clair what all the other clairs. It's almost like I'm a Sinclair now, you know what I mean? But yeah, they it subsides, but your mind and your body get used to one way of perception, but you need to open up to other ways of perception as well. Like the energy in here, I'm reading the energy in the room and it's very calm, it's very relaxing, it's very open and spacious. Even though it's a small room, I can still feel that it's very open and spacious. You know what I mean? Yes, it's very peaceful. I'm being told for right now. Rob started laughing. I was telling him about the female energy. Yeah, I knew that there was a very, very female um, energy. I mean, it is what it is. I don't go along with those type of practices, but hey, I mean, to each energy is their own energy. So that's all I can say about that. Aha, there we go. We got some movement over there now. Well, good. It's good to have a sense of humor, is what I'm being told. And see, that is a earthbound spirit. That is not a demon. Earthbound spirits of good nature are going to say, hey, it's good to have a sense of humor. A demon would be like, yeah, keep going, dig into it deeper, make this person mad, make them upset, make them understand, make them blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like they just keep going on and on and on. A human earthbound spirit will not continue going on. They will say something and then let it be. And guess what that is? What was I talking about earlier? Good. But it all comes back to discernment. When somebody or something talks to you, discern what they're saying. Discern if it's good, if it's bad. Look at it all the way around. Don't just look at it as what's in front of you. An older gentleman, it's almost like the knowledge because I heard knowledge. He's pacing back and forth. That doesn't surprise me at all because I know earlier when I was looking into things just a hair deeper than what I normally do, I kept hearing my uncle, okay? My uncle Mike. And I kept getting Mike. Yep. See, there you go. It just flashed. Right over there. Yep. And it makes sense that he was here because I had a very interesting question earlier. But yeah, I could definitely tell he was here. A nervous feeling. See, I'm not really getting like any kind of feeling in here. It's still very calm and peaceful. Yeah, you can say anything. Oh, I already know that. I got many snakes amongst me, many of them, more than one. Oh, I know, and I don't like it either. That's why my attitudes changed completely. I'm not giving my energy or my time to anybody that doesn't want me around or doesn't like me or doesn't talk to me or whatever. Why I'm not doing it. But see, I'm also giving people their own true colors, and I know you know what I mean by this. I'm letting them see their own true colors from within myself. Yeah, you're just picking up what I've already tapped into and what I'm doing. Yep, I get it, 100%. One thing I've learned: people are parasites. It's one thing I've learned the most out of being a psychic or a medium or whatever you want to call me. I realize people are parasites. Yep, leeches. Power hungry. Leeches is all people are. And once they have no control over you, they just look at you as nothing. Yep, exactly. It is. It will come back to them. Karma always does come around. And yes, I 100% believe that karma is exactly that. Hey, Mary, how are you? You doing all right? It's good to see you and welcome in. So, I had some things coming up for you, Married with Paranormal. Um, First one is health. The second one was the graveyard that you visited. Um, there's a lot of information about you lately. It's something about you closing doors. And it's funny, Lynn, that you said something about a snake because I'm also seeing snakes around him right now. Now, if I went live on my phone, I would have a lot more people in here, but that's not why I went live. And Johnny, have you thought somebody was a weasel lately? Because I heard the word weasel, and that's just another term as being a snake. Okay. Because I heard literally. Okay. So I'm being told to tell you that your brother's in the house and he's been watching and looking over you. Um, he said something about sundown as well. I'm not quite sure what that would mean, but he said something about sundown and that you understand. Okay. You had a fallout? Okay, good. Let people be weasels. Just don't pay no mind or attention to them. Um, I also kind of feel like you've been, oh man, I'm getting a major headache. After I thought this, well, not that I thought this, but I was told this. I'm being told that you're actually having psychic attacks. So, have you felt like a psychic attack, or have you felt like you've been being attacked? And your brother is also saying something about the graveyard or the gravestone. Okay. I'm being told his marker. I don't know why. That would be, oh, never got his ashes. That's interesting. He was just erased. Okay. So that could be his validation of saying, hey, like, don't forget me. I'm still here, type of thing. And that makes complete sense when I heard something about a headstone. Um, but anyways, I'm being told to tell you that he loves you and to keep moving on. I think that that has reference to what you've been doing. Not trying to get in your life, but that's just exactly what I'm being told is to keep telling you to keep moving on, keep moving forward, and don't let things bug you. Okay. But yeah, it was definitely like a family thing that was coming through. Um, but I'm being told not to say anything else. So just be respectful to yourself because you know who you are as an individual and who gives a shit what everybody else says or thinks. Okay. Hey, Carrie, welcome in. All right. So, Liam, are you here? Can you come over? I'm being told yes. So, can you come over and hit that red light that's right there? Go ahead and hit it. So, I'm being told that the candle has is bothering them. So, that's why they haven't been around over there much. So, I'm going to move that and see what we get. I will do this. Are you still over here? Remember, hit that red light. If you want to communicate or talk or let anybody know you're here, feel free to move the spirit balls, whatever you guys want to. So, did you guys know spirits are able to ground as well? I just thought I'd mention that because that's what I heard. I heard that they are grounding themselves. Huh. That's weird though. Why would a spirit have to ground themselves? Something about taking charge. You want your flashlights? I'll get your flashlights set up. That could be a reason. You want your flashlights set up? I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Ooh. So the energy in here is actually changing. I can feel it, especially from where I'm standing at right now. Where is the other one? Hmm. Okay, cool. Can you shut that light off? Shut that light off. There we go. Can you shut the other light off? I just heard we're not going to do what you want us to do. It's funny. They will come across like that though. Can you hit that other flashlight off? They're like, nope. More than one of you in here. Damn, I heard there's like a whole family. And I keep seeing somebody walking out in the garage area, which is very interesting. Like, even as I'm sitting here now, in my third eye, I'm picking up somebody walking out in the garage. Old man. I think that that used to be his little area that he used to sit at all the time, just in the garage, minding his own. You turn the other flashlight off just so it doesn't lose battery. You got one of those? Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I need to go into the live with on my phone. So, has anybody in here been a little bit disrespectful to somebody? And don't be afraid to say yes, because I have heard that somebody in the room has been a little bit spiteful. Do not explain yourself or anything like that. Just say yes or no. That's weird. Don't know why. Hmm, weird. Not you, but you know somebody else that has been. Okay. So how BB been? All right, I'm gonna change some stuff around. They really just do not want to mess around with that other flashlight tonight. I don't know why. You like that setup better? You been hanging in there? So has anybody been feeling like they haven't been welcome? This is either like a gathering or an event or like something like that because I'm being told that somebody does not feel like they are welcome. And it's definitely not in this room. Like it's in this room, but it's not this room, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And somebody in here has been having issues with the train of thought lately as well. Your grandson's birthday party. It's weird. Usually they are all over that REM pod. I do not understand that today or tonight. Maybe here in a few seconds I will, because that could be exactly what it is. Hmm. I just got an extremely lightheaded feeling when I came over here. Very lightheaded feeling. Was that you standing over there that gave me a lightheaded feeling? Very, very lightheaded. Mike, are you here? Someone's coming in through for Lynn, and Lynn, it's definitely your mother coming through. She's showing reference to that table and like with a chair pulled out again, so I know that that's her. I'm being told that it's your mom, and they're around because they do not like what's going on. Your state of mind is scattered. Yeah, I can definitely feel like things are off with you. That's for sure. And I'm not being mean. I'm just being blunt and honest. Is Johnny still here? Lynn, I was being told that it was your mom. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly why they're not playing with. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. I know. Hang on, guys. Let me fix something because I'm being told they're not using it because they want the other one out. So let me get the other one out. Okay. There you go. I got the other one out. Now you can use it. You just don't like the other REM pod, do you? Which is kind of funny because when I took the sound out of that other REM pod, it's like they just don't use it. They haven't been using it. All right, got the other one out. You can come up to it and play with it. Playing with the flashlight. Oh, that's a good idea. I think it's behind here. Uh huh. Ooh, shit. All right, I got this microphone. If you guys want to say something, I will be right back, guys. Shut up. Okay. Okay. So are my two kids here? Can you tell me? I am here, and I will open the top. Is there a reason you're not touching that other flashlight? Yeah. Hmm. Can you touch that antenna? Is there someone here for Melissa as well? She's not in the room, but I'm being told something about Melissa. So there's two of you? Mhm. So light that up again if you don't like that other REM pod anymore. I don't know if you guys can hear any talking or not, but there is two microphones out. One is on the desk. Change the mode on this one. There we go. Mhm. Mhm. Are you mimicking the flames? Yep. I noticed that with the flashlight. I think they're mimicking the flames. Is it my kids here with me? There's nobody in here besides me that is human. I don't know if you guys got to elaborate a little bit more than who's with you. I mean, you got to say like either spiritually, a spirit, or is there another? It's just me, like physically, who is in the room. Are you hearing like talking or something? You hearing like any noises or something on the microphone? So I know earlier I flat out heard Uncle Mike was here. That's my uncle who ended up dying in a house fire. Um, and he was over and over and over saying like, "Hey, it's me, your uncle. It's me, your uncle." But I was also dealing with something else at that time, so I kindly ignored it. Yeah. Ew, I just felt something touching my arm. Was there something touching my arm? A raspy male voice? Yeah. Were you teaching me about the discernment? Is that why you were here earlier? I still feel like something's touching me. Is there a guy here with a raspy voice? An older gentleman? Everybody said that they can hear you, so you might as well speak up into the microphone. I know this is going to be weird, guys, but bear with me. Let's see if y'all hear it while I'm got it up to my head. Remember before, everything that I was hearing in my mind, y'all were hearing on the microphone itself. So let's do this. As weird as it might be. Okay, so the male that's in here right now has a very bad headache. Something happened to his head. And that's what I'm picking up on. I'm getting a migraine, almost a migraine type headache. It is setting in. Um, he's very confused as well. Did you hear anything with it up here? You hear whispering coming out of my head. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I remember you saying that, but and that's what's funny too, Lynn. I was picking up your dad earlier as well. Okay, yep. It's your daddy. It's your father. And I heard as soon as I said that, it sure is. Can you step back a little bit? I heard, how do you hear voices? That's just what I do. That's what I hear. I just hear them and then I speak what I hear. Would he have been like very non uh, agreeant to a medium or something like that, Lynn? Because I kind of get the feeling like he is trying to understand how it works. Like it's something like he wouldn't normally believe in, even though that he's talked with me before. It's almost like he's now wondering how this is even possible. Okay. And I heard something about me being able to process much quicker. Uh huh. Okay. Definitely somebody around that is kind of questioning my methods and my beliefs almost. And I'm not saying like not believing in God or anything like that, or believing in God, or I'm not trying to say that, but they're trying to figure out how this is physically possible without them being around, is what I'm being told. And Lynn, I don't know if this means anything to you, but I keep hearing something about sharp. So, okay. Is this Lynn's sister's husband? Have you been coming through? So it's very weird. It's like he doesn't understand, or they do not understand. But yet it's like they're here because they're curious of what's going on, or how this is working. It just it's like almost like he can't believe himself. And I keep saying him, so it's definitely a male energy. Okay, so he had a head energy as injury as well. Okay. I just keep getting, how do you know all this? How do you know all this? It's something that you're going to have to ask my higher up, because I have absolutely no earthly idea of how it is actually happening, but I know it does. And it's real. I just heard one word, scary. Imagining all the hearing of people's pain and their suffering and everything else. I mean, that's what I was told. Like, how could you do this? Like, takes a very strong individual to be able to hear and feel and see and smell and touch and all that on the spiritual side. Okay, so that would make sense, Lynn, because I'm being told he was a non-believer. Um, but also on the edge of him going over to the other plane, he started believing because he just felt it. He felt different. So something definitely changed his mind before he went to the other side. But he doesn't understand, like, interpreters, is what I was told. Did he have any back problems, like on the top of his back, like almost where the shoulder blades were? Okay. That's who it definitely is, because I was feeling like a small pressure point, right? Like right in where my shoulder blades were, like right dead center of my back. Or not dead center, but the top where my shoulder blades are. He's like, "Well, now that I know you're real, and you can feel me. But I think he was making reference to what he heard me say was is like the touching, the smelling, the hearing, the feeling, everything on the other side. Yep. So he's just getting validation and proof on the other side that we as human beings are still able to communicate with them on the other side after they pass away. And I'm being told that he's like very mind blown and very shocked. And was he very like persistent, as in like, hey, you're talking to me, so why are you trying to talk to somebody else? It was like he liked the communication between one person, but yet when you tried to talk with somebody else, it was like, hey, it's not, I'm not done, I'm not over, I'm continuing to ask questions. This is why I'm here. Type, you know what I mean? He broke his back. Oh, hmm. I asked him. I said, "Well, do you believe in a psychic now?" And he said, "Yes, I do." And it's like he understands now. I heard, well, at least you know I'm here. And then I heard something about him going home. Yep. He was a bully. Okay. That makes sense because I was like, oh, well, I'm going to go see if I could reach somebody else. And he's like, no, I'm here and you're going to talk to me type of thing. He said something about farts as well, like farting. He said he used to fart a lot. Hmm. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Probably going to get off up here and try to get a bite to eat. I probably will be back on later tonight, but just need to go grab something to eat. No, he was gross. Okay, that makes sense. But all right, I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. Helps with the videos and all that extra garbage. I will see you guys later. Thank you for coming in, BB. More than welcome in here at any time. It's been very kind of quiet, but yet very distant as well. All right. I'll be back on a little bit. Remember, you've seen it on Scene from Within.